All right. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if anybody pops up. Whoops. Let's see. We'll start there. I had picture in picture. Now I don't. So we'll just go with it the way that it is. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I guess I say my words in threes, my greetings in threes. Um, Hopefully, if you're there, let me know. Let's make sure sound's good. I'd appreciate it. So, welcome. Good morning, Lola. Thank you so much for being here. And thanks for letting me know about sound. It's always a little tricky. Um, well, welcome, welcome. And today is Wednesday, so that means paper crafting fun time here in the casita. Good morning, Mom. Thanks for being here. Um, it is exciting times here in the Stampin' Up world. There's a couple of awesome things happening right now. So the first one is for the month of October, Stampin' Up is doing an amazing deal. The best one I've ever seen. I think they're saying it's the best one they've ever done. It is a join offer to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator. You have two choices. Uh, two choices. One is $35 to join to be a demonstrator. And let's go back a little bit because what is a demonstrator? You get paper crafting fun at a discount. That's it. Do you have to do classes? No. Do you have to have YouTube videos? Absolutely not. Do you have to have paper crafting fun? Yeah, you kind of do. Um, but so there's two options. One option is you spend $35, you pick out $99 worth of product, and it gets shipped to you for free. After that, all your other orders are at least 20% off. Option two is you pay $99, you get free shipping. You pick out $189 worth of free product. You spend $99, you pick out $189 worth of product. And it's product that you pick out. So that's the really cool thing. It's not like pre selected kits. Um, and so, if you have ever wanted to have your paper crafty fun at a discount, I would love to have you on the Blessed Crafters team. We're a cool group of people that like to have paper crafty fun. So, if you have any other questions, just contact me. Uh, I would be happy to chat with you. Also, in the Step It Up world, there are three new kits. There's a tag kit, a Christmas tag kit. There's a cute little memory making book. So, like if you wanted to document your Christmases, or maybe my thought was like kind of doing a documentation of like family tradition. Like in our family, we make tamales. So, like kind of documenting that through the years. I think that would be really fun. And then there is also a card kit that came out. So if you're interested in those, look at the stepitup.com website, and those are all there. I think that's it. If you haven't signed up for World Card Making Day, which is this Saturday, do that. It's a free event through Stamp It Up, and they're going to give you a little goodie. I'm not sure what that is, but you don't have to watch it live. You can watch it on replay if you want. So I think that's all the news. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I'll be sending you an email later. If you have just stumbled upon this video, thank you for getting to the 4-minute mark before I actually introduce myself, where I say, my name is Jennifer Olea. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm located in Yuma, Arizona, where the weather is fabulous today. I will point that out. It was like below 70 this morning, which is a good thing. All right, so all of that. So let's get to the project. So let me switch cameras. There we go. And I don't have one light on, so let me do that. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Let's see. Yep, looks a little better. All right, so let's see. Today's project is a card, and I kind of went with the same country theme that I did for last Friday's red card. So here's last Friday's red card. This paper right here is the Country Woods paper, which has been around for a while, but it's amazing. And it's, so this is the paper, designer series paper, right? And so this guy, the red card, I embossed this paper, this side of the paper, and then I just swiped my ink pad over it to really highlight that floral. So that was my red card for Friday. But today's card, we're going to be focusing on this paper right here. And I've always said I want to wallpaper my bathroom with this paper because I love it so much. I really like this paper, that one right there. I don't think it would be very smart to do that, but you know, it's an idea, right? There's you can use designer series paper, which is just Stampin' Up's term for pretty pattern paper, in so many ways. But here is the card that we're going to be making today. So lots and lots of layers, and I wanted to do something, like I said, stay in the country theme. And by country, I don't know. Is it country? I don't know. But the last couple of weeks I've been doing a lot of like Christmas, Halloween cards, so I kind of wanted to do something different today. Like a all occasion card, right? Okay. So let's start out with all of this over here. So our card base is petal pink. Now, when I look at this, what do I do with those pieces of paper? When I look at this right here, I don't really see petal pink. But when you put it next to a piece of petal pink cardstock, it definitely is petal pink. So that's just kind of crazy to me. But we have our traditional card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let's go ahead and do that. Like so. And then we're going to do some layering. So we have early espresso, and that's 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have a big piece of this designer series paper, which is this guy right here. I'm going to use the wood grain side, excuse me, and that is going to go like so. So let's go ahead and add this. We are going to do some stamping, so bear with me here. Like, get some of this card together, get some of these pieces off the desk. Let's see. So there's that. And then I do have some more pieces that I'm going to layer. And so this is just a piece of the like darkest wood grain. And then I'm going to layer it on like so. But first we're going to emboss this guy with this great embossing folder with the sunflower. I think it's so pretty. And I am going to be kind of particular as to where I put this piece of paper, because I want the majority of the sunflower to be in the upper right hand corner, because I am going to cover some of it up down here. So let's run that through the machine first. And to do that, I need the dies. Or not the dies, I need the correct sandwich. All right, so here we go with that. the machine's not going to go too far because we're going to do some stamping and some die cutting. So, I don't know what, I feel like I was going to ask you guys something and now I don't know what. I was like, should I do this live today? I didn't sleep very well last night. And by that, I mean, I was up at 1 o'clock and I never went back to sleep. So this could be interesting. We'll see what this card turns out like. Okay, let's do these layers. I know that much. Let's see. There we go. And we're going to add this guy. And this layer of petal pink right here is it's only an 1/8 difference. Usually you guys know I deal in like 1/4 inches, but I didn't want this basic beige to get too small because the sunflower is just so pretty. So we're going to do like this. Yeah, we're going to add it. Let's just add it. Keep layering. Layer, layer, layer. This card has a lot of layers, but they're almost all like, there's not a lot of dimensionals on this card. So do you guys think I should pop this guy up, dimensional it, make it thicker? I was trying to make a card that was kind of flat. Okay, this guy's the inside, so we'll put that guy over there. Okay, what are we going to stamp? We are going to stamp. So I'm using the stamp set Impressions of Bloom, and I just wanted kind of like a little simple flower. I'm guessing this is a daisy. I don't know. I don't really know my flowers, so. But I never thought I would stamp a flower in early espresso, but here I am. Let's just go with it. So we're going to stamp this guy onto petal pink because we're going to take a die and cut it out. But we're also going to, what is this like? Oh no, I need this. We're going to stamp on basic beige, and this is the middle of the flower, right? So we're just going to, is this the right one? Yeah. Add a little scrap of basic beige there. And I think that's it as far as stamping goes. Well, no, there's more stamping, but we are going to get the dies out, and then we're going to cut a bunch of like petals out of this guy right here, which is the dark wood grain paper. So let's do that. Like so. So this die set, it has a bunch of dies where you could cut out the flowers from the stamp set, but then it also has some really good like ovals. Well, I think they're called modern ovals because they're not a true oval. But this guy, I have to figure out. Oh, I have to figure out where the flower thing is. Yesterday it was very easy, and today not so much. There we go, like that. Okay, I think that's it. I guess we'll see, huh? And there we go. All right. So hopefully everybody's doing good this Wednesday. Can you guys believe it's October? October 1st. How did that happen? I don't know. All right. Let's take all these guys and not lose the dies. pop this guy out like so. And there we go. This, I don't like this flower. I think we're going to stamp it again. Let's do that one over again, shall we? I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but let's try this again. Let's see. Do you guys ever cut stuff out and go, oops, made a mistake? Sometimes they're so easy to find, and other times they're just not. And I'm going to, where's my sticky tape? Right? I'm going to put some sticky tape on here because I found it and it's in place, but I have to move this whole thing, which whenever in class, I always tell all my ladies to do this on the machine and not off the machine, because the less movement, the better. And here, I'm not taking my own advice, but let's see if it works better. Oh yeah, much better. Can you guys see the difference there? This one, there's a lot of empty space up here where this guy is like all flower. I don't know what I did with that guy, but it's only paper, right? And mistakes happen. Okay, so we are going to also, I have this strip of petal pink. It's now a little bit dirty, so we're going to flip it over. And I'm going to stamp on it, I Appreciate You, which comes from the stamp set. Let's see. And I want it not all the way on the right because I am going to use some ribbon and put it on there. So we're doing it closer to where I just tore some of the, not some, I tore the paper. And so because I flipped it over, I'm going to do it again to get just that rough. We're going to go with a rustic edge. Okay. And then sometimes when I do leftovers and it's kind of like a pull this from the refrigerator, pull that from the refrigerator, I'll call it like, oh, we're having rustic potato stew or something like that. It just means that it's like leftovers. Anything I say rustic and then, it's like, I don't know. All right, let's go like so. We're going to put this guy right like this. And I just use seal to attach that guy. And we're going to use seal to attach the flower. And then we're going to just kind of put behind the these little brown, I guess they're leaves. That's what they are. But I'm going to do it with glue dots because you guys know that's how I roll with the glue dots. So I'm just going to pick them up and put them down. So let's do these. Let's see. There's this. Ouch. I do a lot of tucking. I don't know if that's the technical term for it. Paper crafting? I doubt it. But this guy, there we go. There's that. Now, I did add Where is my ribbon? So this ribbon, it's called, what is it called? It's called the Irregular Weave Trim. I think I've showed you guys this before. Look at how cool that is. So I just took a little bit and what is this? Probably, it's about 3 inches. It's a little less than 3 inches. I just folded it in half and then I took some linen thread. Look at my linen thread. What a mess. It, like I did it wrong the first time when I pulled it apart, and every time I use it, it just becomes a bigger mess. But it still works. Could I unroll it and start again? Probably. Am I going to do that? Probably not. Let's see. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to do a simple little bow, or a bow around it, because then I'm just going to add a glue dot to the back and attach it. Oops. I guess it would work better if it doesn't attach to the flower. All right. Like so. But then you just kind of play with it, right? You tie the, you make the bows a little bigger than you think, and then you just bring them down a little bit. And you cut it off. Throw that to the side. And then I want regular glue dots because they're a little bigger. And we're just going to add this to the front of the card. Probably like that, like so. So there is the front of our card. All right, guys. Well, let's do the inside, because I brought the inside over. And so I did basic beige. So I didn't want like stark white on this card. I just thought basic beige would be the way to go. I also took a strip of that Petal Pink Designer Series paper, and I put that on the inside. I don't think I forgot this guy. This needs to go on here. Let's put a glue dot and do that real quick. It's how sometimes I find random pieces of paper crafting fun because I forget to do stuff. Okay, so let's ink up our thanks. Again, this is from the Impressions of Bloom stamp set. So there's that. And then I'm going to do a little flower just on the corner there. And instead of doing a separate piece for the middle, I'm just going to stamp off. So there we go, like that. And this is the inside of our card. Let's see if I have any of this work. I think I'll wait to put the inside on once I get a long strip big enough for that guy. All right, guys. Well, this is our card for today. This is our paper crafting fun. Is it a little bit country or is it a little bit rock and roll? If you guys know, you know. Where's that from? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you get a little time today to have some paper crafting fun. And I will be here next week. Don't forget, later today there will be a fun fold video on my YouTube channel. Also, as long as you subscribe to my email, then I send you out a recipe for the card, right? A tutorial for the fun fold card that I post on YouTube. So keep a lookout on that for your email. And I'll be here next week. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.